Hey guys, this is Scott again. I just got done pouring molds, and I thought I'd show you guys some of the parts that I got on my desk. Um, I mentioned a little bit about how kind of a little overwhelmed with all the stuff that I want to do for on YouTube, and make in parts. And I thought I'd show you guys the the stack I have right here on my desk. Um, this is my original sorted out tray. Um, Gets plenty of dog hair. I've got my stack of carburetors, belts and pulleys, water pumps, distributors, valve covers, um, air cleaners, intakes, heads. I just tried to gather, cool parts from, the stuff that I had. A couple transmissions, bell housings, cool headers. But recently, was wanting to get into being the next engine guy. I started going crazy with buying kits and part lots from eBay and stuff, and just to show you guys a little bit, this is my new stash of parts that I've been gathering. Just a couple of cool new full engines. I'm not sure how well these are going to show up through the bag, but I got them all organized. I hate to make a mess right now. Here's some of the single plane manifolds. I think mostly Chevy stuff. That's just how separated I can get them, is single plane manifolds. These are tunnel rams, high-rise intakes. I got all kinds of stuff in here, different scales. I certainly haven't separated them by 25th and 24th. I'm going to try and strictly build for 25th scale. That seems to be what there's more of. I think this was just a parts to go through, highlighted parts. Next, I don't see anything specific. Just get so many parts stacked up, it's just hard to keep track of them all. So I just sort through them. Ones to look at later. This is my Ford engine bag. Got a couple of cool pieces in there. Certainly bagged what I would consider detailed enough to start with. What I'm going to try and do is, I want to focus on, is I don't want to be building, I want all my engines and resin parts to be non-molded in parts. The box engines that have the molded in parts is just so bad. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go through and clean up any parts I can and remove and separate all the molded in pieces to give it a little bit more added detail. Here is the newer engine intakes, top ends, anything that was fuel injected or whatnot. Not a whole lot of that. I mean, I'm not into that. I'm still into the older vintage engines. Here's all the 8 barrels, anything of those little skinny tubes on there. Got plenty of those to work with. Look for detailed and separate them out for whatever. Got some pretty crisp ones in there. And here's some of the carburetors that might go to them. These are all the two inlets. Plenty of those. Here's a 2 barrel or 2 4-barrel intakes. A stack of everything that would have 2 barrels on it. Plenty in there. I think here's just a random carburetors. Plenty of stuff in here. Most of it's, I think, not going to be usable. I mean, I'm going to want to add a little bit more detail than what these carburetors have. I just was trying to organize a little bit. Here's my superchargers. It looks like I put the intakes for them together. There's not a whole lot of this stuff. Still trying to find a decent one with this, decent bolt heads on them. I don't think I've really found anything yet. Here's all those air horn looking intakes. Plenty of those. Here, I guess these are valley pan type deals that don't have any intake options. Some flat pieces there. I think supercharger maybe. Oh no, here's some more supercharger intakes. Nothing special about these. Pretty plain. Here's some more weird carburetor setup intakes. I don't think these are standard engine guys. They're going to be something fancy. Weird stuff. Here's 3 carburetor intakes. A few of them. Here's the 3-barrel carburetor setups. Lots of those. There should be some pretty decent detailed ones in there. Here's the little baby intakes, inlets. You got some nice ones in there. Some of them have the crossbar where they would have been bolted down. So I'm definitely going to be making casts of those. Those are pretty cool. Yeah, see, there's one. Some, what do they call them? Tunnel ram. Big monster intakes. Some of them have molded in carburetors, which if I was going to build these for a motor, I'd be cleaning them up, taking out anything that was molded in, like the fuel lines and stuff, and so those could be added separately. Here are just the intake stuff for the superchargers. Got a four intake, and then some of the two barrel intakes. Let's see. I guess that's most of the separated parts. This guy, look at this bag. This is all air cleaners. That's a huge bag of air cleaners. There's got to be anything you might need. So there'll definitely be something in there I can use. Start making plenty. Be the air cleaner guy. So if anybody's looking for anything specific, I bet you I got it. I could look for it, that's for sure. Here, I think these are the Chevy intakes. I don't know if they're the junk ones, but I think these are just my single carburetor engines, the dual planes. Something that would have been stock. Lots of those. All right, here's my pride and joy, or prized possessions. These are some of the best ones I picked out that definitely need to get molded and worked on. A couple of real nice intakes, or the air cleaners. Plenty of good carburetors in there. A couple of those. I've got one that was a Thunderbird Moroso wine. You know, I got Hollies in there, and Carters and Quadradets, and should be able to offer any of the carburetors that were out there. Just a matter of cleaning them up and, you know, using reference pictures to make sure they're gonna have everything they need. Yeah, another small bag of air cleaners. Not even keeping them together. Oop. There's my bag of headers, exhaust. Nothing too special. I'm not sure how well these are gonna cast. Obviously, they look like molded in, you know, pull-up parts. They're not gonna be very detailed. I know these guys. Somebody was looking for these online, and I think those would look all right cast. You know, pretty separated. There's my newer modern engines. I think there's like the same thing. Actually, a couple of the same ones. I think I got all the parts for them. Chevys. I'm gonna be able to do those. Those already come pretty detailed, so they should be an easy modify. Here's my straight six. You know, straight anything engines, 6 cylinders, 4 cylinders. Who knows what all these are? It's definitely not my thing, but I know there's people out there that are building cars that would put these in. So somewhere down the road, I might try and make some of those. Just a bag of old junk. Keep picking them through, but I hate to throw anything away, so start getting piles of junk parts. There's Pontiac motor, but there's so many molded in parts. You got to really have a nice side block detail to make it worth cutting and rebuilding the stuff that was molded in. Here's my Hemi bag. Yeah, this is off a 24 scale, so I'm not sure how much of these I'll be able to do in 25 scale, where they come from. I mean, what's here for the side block? It's got good detail, so I should be able to make something out of these. Little NASCAR motor. You know, these were pretty good. Good if that's what you want. But yeah, not a whole lot of detail. Got Pontiac on the heads. Be cool. And these, I think these are like Oldsmobile or something. Not sure what they are. They're all about the same design. Like a 3-piece engine block. So they had a lot of detail in them for whatever they were. So these will probably get done. You know, I'm gonna have so many engines to detail. It's gonna take a while to get through all of them. These are the non-Hemi Chrysler. I think this was from the Super B. Got a couple of good ones there. Obviously, I have to go on online and look at reference pictures to see how close they are, if they're even close enough to start with. Another bag of junk parts that didn't get sorted out all the way, or didn't see anything worth putting in the good pile. You know, if I'm gonna make castings of something, it's gonna have to be pretty detailed. There's some cool carburetor setups, kind of unique here. Some of those weird, I think those were like a Chevy fuel injected stuff. I'm not sure if I got all the stuff to build those. I think I looked at the reference pictures, and there's another piece that goes out that I might have somewhere. More junk bag of, I think it's just interesting stuff. Yeah. Good stuff to sort through, to keep track of, not to lose. Cobra valve cover. Yeah, see that? Those are the headers that I'd want to cast. So I think this is just stuff that I need to keep separate. Good stuff. And then some of the other engines that are just random engines to go through and see if there's anything worth casting. A lot of junk, but I guess it's just a matter of trying to look them up to see if they're worth having, or they're just stupid. You know, put a circle on an engine block and call it a Chevy or whatever. And this is the only one of these I got. And I tried to strip it, but this thing was glue bombed, and it was just terrible to try and clean up. So it's probably not worth saving. I'll have to figure out what these went to so I can find another one. Because it looks like whatever it is, it was detailed. Flathead. Still not my thing, but something simple like this. Those would, you can fill this stuff in and rework it pretty easy. Looks like a good part. Been trying to find automatic transmissions because not everybody wants a manual stick shift car. But I think most of these are the same kind of transmission, or they represent the same thing. Alright, well, I guess that's my pile of junk, but that's on my desk. I still got plenty of stuff in boxes in the closet that I get out, look through, and then throw back in there because I make a mess. But yeah, so I got a lot to do. So stay tuned, and eventually some of this stuff will start getting listed. Right now I'm just selling on eBay. It's a lot easier to handle, to manage. I got a website I'm working on, but trying to do everything in that is just not getting there. All right. Well, thank you, and until next time.